Hey, this is Wolves at the Gate, and this is Funny Tour Stories. When we played Scream the Prayer, also known as Scrim the Prayer, because everybody had scrims except for our band and the Overseer, which was Abishai's other band. We had terrible drives to do, just 9-10 hour drives, and there was one drive. Ben was doing the night drive, and there was construction, and we had the shuttle bus at this time, so all of us were sleeping in our bunks, and Ben was driving, and you know when you start getting a sleepy face, and and you think that you can stay awake. And Ben was just, we were stuck in traffic, and Ben's like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a bit and just kind of rest my eyes.
We were completely stopped in traffic, like in park, just so that's clear. Not just kind of stop and go. It was bus in park in traffic.
Anyway, Ben's just like, I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a bit. And then when people honk to start moving, I'll wake up again. That didn't happen. He fell asleep. Ben and I are the same. Like when we go to sleep, it's over. Don't try and wake us up. It's done.
Yep.
And so anyway, you know, people are just flying by our van or our shuttle bus. And one of the bands is one of the drummer for Those Who Fear. Literally ran up to our window and was just banging on the Ben's window going, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! And Ben wouldn't wake up, and he went over to the other side and was just like banging up.
He even said he got on the van, he was rocking the van, like trying to get Ben to wake up, and just would not happen.
And we were all just sleeping as people were just flying by us. And Ben, tell them your experience.
So I awoke from my slumber to Josh from Those Who
Mission
Fear.
mode.
Just beating on the window. And immediately, like, because I had my headphones on and everything, I was just so comfortable and warm, and it was great. And immediately realized what had transpired. And so, without even thinking, I just see him, and I just do one of these, like, thanks, man! And I just throw it and drive and just take off, and it's like a wonder that I didn't run over the guy.
Spinning tires.
Yeah, just floored it. And it was great because I had driven for like maybe 2 hours up until that point. Then after that, I was on an adrenaline high, and I drove another like 6 hours. It was great. I got my 15-minute power nap in and everything. So, when in doubt, just pull over on the side of the road, or just stop in the middle of the highway. Yeah.
So the other story.
Oh man, I'll take the reins on this one.
Please.
So
I can't talk right now.
yeah, so most of the time, Nick and I will alternate doing night drives when we leave a venue. And the reason why I still like to do a lot of drives at night is because Nick has this innate ability of going into time warps whenever he drives. For instance, we're here in Chicago tonight, Joliet, and we're driving to Indianapolis, and it'll say that it's 4.5 hours away. So Nick will get in the van and drive for 3 hours, which by basic math would make you think that we're only an hour and a half away. Then you wake up in the morning and you look at your phone and see that you're still 3 hours away for some reason. But he actually drove for 3 hours, but we don't know where that time went or where he was going.
Okay, let me just clarify.
Because the rule is that when you're done driving, you text the guy who's going to drive in the morning, which is me, and tell me how much time's left. So when I wake up, I know if I need to like get going.
Yeah.
I used to have this system where if I drove and I was getting tired, I would pull over, sleep for a little bit, then get back up and drive. And so here we are.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's
so then
I mean, that's a little
that's
bit
Walmart,
more, but there's also other things.
The time warp we've slowly discovered is a very tangible time warp.
We're like scientists and mathematicians.
Yeah,
this is like a weird math problem. It's like if you drove for 3 hours but only got an hour and a half worth of driving, what happened?
Yeah, it's the unsolvable math question. Well, we've slowly learned a little bit. For instance, there's been multiple times where we'll wake up and be at Walmart for 2 hours. Well, Nick is just going on a shopping spree at Walmart. We'll wake up and see a bunch of bags in Nick's bench seat of shoes and phone chargers and Cheetos and sandwiches,
Doritos.
protein shakes that he buys and eats none of them. So that's a time warp. There's been other times where he'll get off on the wrong exit, and his phone, instead of just telling him to get back on the highway, would just reroute him.
Let's take like a 2-hour detour.
So you'll just be rumbling through Arizona, through some national park on like a back dirt road, and just wake up and look at my phone like, where are we right now? And Nick is just taking the ultimate shortcut through Arizona that is adding 7 hours onto our drive.
Because normally when you do a night drive, you pull off at like a rest stop, or a gas station, or a truck stop.
So many times.
And Nick will find, like, we'll be in like somebody's backyard.
There's been times where I'll wake up to cars flying like inches by our van, and like Steve and I sleep in the back on the futon mattress, and I'll just peek my head up and look out and just see lights just flying by us, and just come to find out we just stopped like the side of the road somewhere. Just it's
an off ramp.
Yeah, exactly. On ramp. Yeah, and it's just I was tired. So yeah, so that is the time warp of Nick Denny driving.
Nick's ready.
Yeah.